shakes. He speaks, the mountains smoke. He speaks, kings and queens die. He is the prophet. This is Sollog. That's SOLLOG.com. Following is a segment from one of my podcast series. You can find my podcasts on Sollog.com, theend.com with 3 E's, that's THEEEND.com, as well as Soladoni.com, SOLADONI.com. I hope you enjoy this segment of the Sollog podcast. This is Sollog. This video is about the UFO disclosure that occurred Memorial Day 2019. You can go to my site, Sollog.com, and you can see the articles that I've written about UFOs and other world events. Now, the big article appeared May 26, 2019, but around May 27, 2019 is when all the other media really started covering this New York Times article. And they got several Navy pilots on the record with their names stating about how they've been seeing UFOs for a long time. Almost a daily occurrence. The article has a video, and this video was released almost 18 months before that by the New York Times, when they made disclosure about how the Pentagon today still has a UFO program monitoring all the UFOs that the military now see with updated radar. So whether you want to consider this December 16, 2017 to be disclosure, or May 26, 27, 2019 disclosure, the fact is the U.S. military people is now on the record. UFOs are real. So all the skeptics that have been saying UFOs aren't real, that they're explainable, U.S. military saying these objects defy our understanding of the law of physics. If a human was inside one of these craft, they would die. They would melt down because it's pulling 400 to 500 Gs of force. The craft are operated with no visible energy fumes. Speculated that they might be using an anti-electromagnetic field manipulator, which would mean they would defy the gravity of Earth, the 1,000 mile per hour spin that the Earth makes, the 55,000 mile an hour orbit the Earth makes around the Sun, the 500,000 mile orbit the Sun makes around the Milky Way, and the 1.2 or 3 million mile per hour movement of the Milky Way. So it appears the technology of these UFOs is doing as I theorized in my Theory E paper about the trick to spaceships is defying gravitational fields, electromagnetic fields, and that way you're standing still in space literally while the universe moves by you. So I explained that theory years ago. I wrote a book about my own contact with the Greys that happened in 1995. My Theory E is at theoryE.org, which I'll open up now for you. So you can go to theoryE.org and you'll see a lot of information about how Einstein and Newton and everybody was basically wrong in how they viewed the physical universe. So this is my work theory. I explained new physics theories about how black holes or electromagnetic fields, they're actually anti-electromagnetic fields. They break down all matter and energy into basic elements and then repels them back into the galaxy that the black hole is powering. So anything gets near these fields, they revert matter and energy down into protons, and we've seen protons being repelled by black holes. So if things were being captured by black holes, you wouldn't see protons being repelled. We've also observed lots of energy being emitted from black holes, which is impossible if you understand black holes according to Hawking and Einstein and other physicists. You're supposed to trap energy and matter and not let anything out. Well, why are all these black holes being observed emitting plasma? That's energy. So black holes emit plasma. Black holes repel protons. These are the basic building blocks of matter and energy in this universe. So that's how far off our understanding of physics is. We don't even understand what a black hole is. Okay, they're just an anti-electromagnetic field that recycles all matter and energy. So theory is something that I theorized. Yes, I'm one of the few people that say they've had contact with the Greys. I've said it 2,500 years ago, and 25 years ago, and in saying that I had this contact, I released prophecies, my visions of the future. And judge for yourself, there's around 60 of these prophecies, all time stamped in the last 25 years. And accuracy about future events, locations, dates, type of events. No one's ever been as accurate as I've been. So I've had contact. I have clear visions of the future, and one of the visions of the future that I've been talking about is at Asteroid.mobi. I was led to believe for many years that humanity would basically become extinct in the beginning of 2023 with a huge asteroid strike. Now that disclosure has been made, it is my understanding through new visions that humanity will actually be saved from this extinction level event by UFOs. And we have entered a new age where humans no longer have any question about if UFOs are real. So the UFOs and the Greys are going to interfere in 2023. They're going to save this planet from having a major asteroid strike that I've been warning about for 25 years. And that's the good news. The bad news is that as humanity adjusts to the fact that humans are no longer the most advanced race on this planet, that there's a more superior technology in the hands of the Greys, well, most of humanity is going to have a hard time adjusting to a second-class citizenry, technologically wise, of humanity. So you're going to see a complete crash of all the stock markets, all the currencies, all the crypto exchanges. Everything is now irrelevant due to this disclosure. So that's why the Greys were trying to avoid such an impact, but if the interference is not allowed to happen, then there'd basically be no life on this planet. And the reason there'd be no life on this planet without the Greys' interference, if you go to my site, grepa.org, you see many years ago I put out a paper explaining to humanity that GREPA is the Global Renewable Energy Production Agreement. And I was telling humanity, look, all your existing energy is bad. You have to get green. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is the first politician in the United States that's basically signed on to this agreement, saying that our biggest danger is this energy. She doesn't understand that it's all about this potential asteroid strike in nuclear power plants. If the asteroid had been allowed to hit the power plants that are around the world on the coastal lines of the various continents, would have resulted in hundreds of Fukushima events happening simultaneously, and the planet would have died. So the planet could not survive the tsunamis of an asteroid strike due to the fact that so many nuclear reactors would have been leveled by the tsunamis. I mean, you're talking about tsunamis like unfathomably high, like, a mile or two high up in the air that goes inland for, a couple hundred miles. They'd wash over the Appalachian Mountains. Okay. So, asteroid tsunamis have hit before. They're high extinction level events, but the planet would have had nuclear meltdowns all over the place and been a death zone. So that's why the Greys now, since they've been disclosed by the U.S. military, will be interfering in the history of this planet. So we won't have an asteroid strike that destroys all life on Earth after 2022. So that's the prophecy that my life's work was based around, warning humanity, look, you got to get rid of these nuclear reactors. They can't handle tsunamis. And between now and the asteroid strike, you're probably going to see another earthquake or two, or even more. If you go to greatquakes.com, that's my earthquake prediction site, and you'll see I've shown how 95% of great quakes occur on only 3 lines. So there you see Asia, North America, South America. When you use these 3 lines, which are solstice lines, I call it the triangle of fire. You can see these big circles. That's the last 100 years of major earthquakes. So they all occur like over 8.5 on these lines. The only exception was one up in Tibet in the past 100 years. So 1 out of 20-something quakes over 8.5 the last 100 years didn't occur on these 3 lines. 95% did. So people look for another major quake along these 3 lines. They create tsunamis often, as was done in 2004 with the Indian Ocean tsunami that killed 250,000 people. The Fukushima event in 2011 was a result of an earthquake that created a tsunami. So tsunamis and nuclear power plants along these coastlines, and you'll see there's a lot of nuclear power plants along this triangle. There's also a lot of nuclear power plants along the eastern seaboard. Same thing with Western Europe, a lot of power plants that are subject to tsunami zones. So people, you're probably going to see another, if not several, tsunami-related nuclear incidents, which will force humanity to get rid of nuclear technology. So you can go to my site, GREPA. It explains you can have free, clean energy for the world if you follow my outline. Go to Great Quakes, see more information about where super quakes are going to be striking. And, we need to get rid of these nuclear reactors that are in these zones. You can go see the new laws of physics I've revealed in Theory E. You can go to asteroid.mobi and see what I had written about the asteroid that was supposed to destroy all life on Earth. Now, the Greys are going to interfere and not allow it to strike the Earth and kill everything. Again, my site is Sollog.com. That's Sollog. You go to it, and my writings on what's happening in the world are there. My prophecies are there. A lot of my videos and books and everything are there. This was Sollog. Have a great day and welcome to the age of UFO disclosure. It is no longer a question of if you believe. They are a reality. UFOs are real, and the U.S. military says so. This was Sollog. Have a great day.
He speaks, the ground shakes. He speaks, the mountains smoke. He speaks, kings and queens die.